NASCAR Joe YouTube channel.
To see these two guys mix it up, get it going again this week, as it is going to get down and dirty. 50 laps on tap here at Hickory. Zach Bruinger looks like he makes a nice weight on the inside, as Aiden King looks like he may be struggling. Look at that other Leaf Hawk Toyota coming up into the mix there. That is the #1 machine of Walter Jenkins. Jenkins maybe coming to crash the party here early in the going.
Yeah, Kel, the field goes back into turn #1. Still a side-by-side battle for the lead. Aiden King making a run on the outside. Down into turn 3 above Zach Bruinger. They'll come off turn 4. Zach still has the edge, but Aiden King is making that outside line work.
Aiden King not going to go anywhere. Zach Bruinger still trying to make something happen up off of turn #2. King flexes that Toyota muscle just a little bit, gets about a fender out, and then down on the western end of the racetrack, Bruinger able to bring it back. Now they're still side by side as they cross the stripe, going back down into turn 1.
This is the battle for position #1. Aiden King led the last lap. He edges out over Zach Bruinger down the back straightaway into turn 3, through the middle of the corner, and off turn 4, still side by side for the lead. Give the lap to Aiden King from Farmington, Missouri.
Farmington, Missouri may be far from home, but it might not be far from victory lane tonight, as King flexes out a little bit now, almost able to clear Bruinger as they go into turns 3 and 4, rolling through the western end of the raceway, down across the stripe, back down to turn #1, and they're still side by side. Nobody can get a word in edgewise.
Onto the back straightaway they go. Aiden King now for the first time has cleared Zach Bruinger, and he is your new race leader. Aiden King from Farmington, Missouri leads lap number 6.
Now back down in the turns 1 and 2, up off of the corner. Aiden King now firmly in P1 with just about a car length and a half, the separation between he and the winner from just last week, Zach Bruinger. Now down on the eastern end of the speedway, still car length the difference between first and second. It's a Freight Train of limited late models coming down the back straightaway.
That's it, Kel. They'll come through turn 4, and Aiden King over Zach Bruinger, then back to Walter Jenkins, William Aldred, and Wyatt Miller rounding out the top 5.
As we roll along down the back straightaway, you can see starting to get a little bit of separation out in things now, as there's a little bit of a battle going further back on the racetrack. The number 5 of Trey Burke trying to get around the 32 of Dalton Ledbetter. That's the battle back there for P6. Trey Burke, first time at Hickory Motor Speedway last weekend, and he is playing peekaboo in the back mirrors. He is doing everything he can do to try to get around. Back up front now, the battle for the lead heating up once again. The 55 trying to track down Aiden King, as he is right on the back bumper.
Yeah, he is right there, Kel. Watch him go down into turn 1 to complete lap 11. And Aiden King is, his lead kind of went away there. Zach Bruinger's made up the gap down into turn 3. And he is there. A little bit lower exit off the corner will give Aiden King a run onto the straightaway. And Aiden King from Farmington is under some pressure now. Here comes Zach. A little bit of contact off of turn 2 into 3. They're side by side.
Side by side, Zach Bruinger trying to get back to the lead. Just a little, just no more than about a foot between the two cars. Coming up off of turn number 4. And he's there, they touched. He's going around King sideways. Oh my God, how did he save that thing?
What a save by Aiden King, the young driver from Farmington. And he will fall back to position number 3 after that contact there in turn number 2. Zach Bruinger regains the lead.
Man, what a battle that was right there for the lead. Is now Aiden King. You got to think he's got to get his composure back. He's already getting some business from William Aldred. William Aldred sticking the bumper to him, trying to get P3 away from the young man.
More contact for the 13-year-old Aiden King there as he has fallen back to the third position. Zach Bruinger has extended his lead over Walter Jenkins from Homestead, Florida. They go into turn 3 and off turn 4, about a car length of separation for the leaders, and then a three-way battle. Wyatt Miller sideways off of turn number 4.
And battles just heating up all over the racetrack as they come up off of turn number 4. Aiden King trying to stop the bleeding. Miller now down on the inside. The battle for P4 heating up at the front of the racetrack.
Coming off of turn 4, Wyatt Miller will work his way around Aiden King, inserting himself into the 4th position. He'll clear Aiden King as they go into turn 1 and off turn 2 onto the back straightaway as the top regains their strength single file.
Now Wyatt Miller, that's one of the probably the stories I would say of the weekend. The grandson of former Cup Series driver Dale Earnhardt Sr., as he has made his first trip to Hickory Motor Speedway tonight, and he's looking pretty good out there.
I'd say it runs in the family for Wyatt Miller. I think he is putting together one heck of a drive for Junior Motorsports. Saw his family in the crowd cheered him on in his first limited late model start and first trip here to Hickory. So pretty cool to have Wyatt Miller in here with us, participating in this race, and he's put together a pretty good drive so far.
Yep, 20 laps on the board. There's just a few laps shy of halfway, 50 laps the distance, since this is a Big Ten Challenge race here at Hickory Motor Speedway. Zach Bruinger, he's able to open up about a 3-car length lead over the second place of Walter Jenkins, the 4th. William Aldred, Wyatt Miller, and Aiden King round out your top 5. And lap times, according to our race monitor here, are pretty close. Walter Jenkins sneaking up there towards Zach Bruinger as he's running about a tenth a lap faster.
Yeah, Kelly, he's about 3/10 from away from Zach Bruinger there, 3/10 behind the 55 car. And Zach Bruinger seems to be really hitting his marks well, and he's kind of extended that lead just a little bit. But for Walter Jenkins to come in here, this is their first trip, I believe, to Hickory Motor Speedway as well. So for him to come in here and run P2 with 23 laps on the board in this race, I'd say he's doing a pretty good job there for Lee Falk Racing and their Toyota.
Yeah, you and I had a chance to talk to his dad for a few minutes as he'd come up here and was asking us a little bit about our broadcast here on Flow Racing, and said it was in fact their first time here at Hickory, and they were really excited to be here, especially with some top tier talent like the Lee Falk Racing Toyota guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and he's putting together one heck of a drive here in the early parts of this race.
Lap traffic going to kind of become an issue here as the laps continue to wind down, bearing if we don't have another caution, as there's some battling going on at the back of the raceway. And we have Zach Bruinger as he makes his way. Oh, the number 1 off the pace. He's got a tire down.
And he is riding the wall in turn 3. And that will bring out the first caution of this race. Smoke surrounding that car. That is Walter Jenkins from Homestead, Florida, an early exit to this race.
As we get ready to go back in here into the Jeff Kincaid restart zone, Zach Bruinger, William Aldred, one more time, 9 to go. Zach Bruinger, and they touched, coming up off of turn number 2. Aldred looks like he may have had a little bit of a shot up the racetrack. And it is a gaggle of hot rods right here. Look at Miller on the inside, trying to go for the second place. Right down, back down to turn number 1.
Into turn 1 comes the field. The top 3 is single file, but very tight off of turn 2. Here comes Dalton Ledbetter looking to the inside of Wyatt Miller, and William Aldred looking to the inside of Zach Bruinger. They touch coming through turn number 4 onto the front straightaway. Zach Bruinger still with the race lead, 7 laps to go.
Miller having to drive a dirt track car to keep from spinning out as he is able to gather it back up. What a save. The battle for P1 still raging on. William Aldred trying to get around Zach Bruinger. Are they going to touch again? No, not this time by Bruinger. Still holding on to the top spot. Just a handful of laps to go.
6 laps to go back down into turn 1. Single file for the time being. Zach Bruinger out front of Will Aldred. Then back to Wyatt Miller for Junior Motorsports. Down into turn 3, and the field comes off turn 4. William Aldred looks low to Zach Bruinger. Can't make a move down into 1.
Back down to the turn number 1. He looks again. Bruinger up the racetrack. The 9's trying to stay on the bottom. He loses the front of the race car, and Wyatt Miller now coming up into the frame. This is going to be a 3-way dash for the win. Now just 4 to go.
Back down into turn number 1. William Aldred looks low on the 55. He's got him on the quarter panel off of turn 2, but will he be able to make anything happen? And he will. Down into turn 3. They're door to door into turn 4 and onto the front straightaway. Give the lap to William Aldred.
William Aldred looking for his first win here at Hickory Motor Speedway this season as he's now able to get out in front of the 55. 55 awfully loose. Wyatt Miller trying to bring that Junior Motorsports Chevrolet to the front, to the party. He is there at the back bumper now. Just 2 to go.
Down into turn number 1, Wyatt Miller has secured himself into P2, looking to get around Will Aldred in that number 9. They'll come off the back straightaway and on to turn 3. Wyatt Miller looking to the inside of William Aldred. They touch in turn 4.
Gives him a shot now. The IHOP white flag. One more time to go as Miller got enough to get it done here in his first trip at Hickory. He gets into the bumper of him, goes down the back straightaway. Both cars loose. Now down in the turn number 3. This is going to be the last chance for him. Can he get there? He touches him. He gets him sideways. Now down on the inside. And here's a photo finish with Miller coming out just a little bit short. William Aldred with the win.
Wow.
And Zach Bruinger with a top 3. Wow, what a finish to that one.
What a race.
What a race indeed, Gatekeeper. We're going to go to a quick commercial break here on Flow. Don't go anywhere. We're going to send Bryson down front and get a word with the top 3 finishers. You're watching the Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Series right here at Hickory.
Back at Hickory Motor Speedway, where William Aldred picks up his first win of the season, ending the night in Heritage Finance Victory Lane. Wyatt Miller for Junior Motorsports finishes P2 with Zach Bruinger in P3. And a 3-way battle for the race win there towards the end of that one. And we'll get a word with the top 3, starting in Heritage Finance Victory Lane, where Will Aldred picks up his first win of the season in a great way, a dramatic finish. And he held on, was able to hold on to that lead. Here he is out of the car, William Aldred, winner of that race. How about it? We'll step in and get a word with him. Will, there towards the end, it was almost a 3-way battle for the lead. You had a hard charger in Wyatt Miller coming behind you. Just tell us about the race and what did it take to hold him off?
Yeah, we had a good car all day. I stayed on old tires, made some long runs, and it hurt us in qualifying, I think, and how I am in qualifying anyway, so it puts us back here a little bit. Charlie, he knows all about these things. It's crazy what he knows, and I'm privileged to be here with him. Zip for spotting for me, all these guys that help us, PRW Chassis, Hammy Brothers, SteelCon, 3V Performance, Carolina Air, I'm sure I'm missing somebody, Hammy Brothers, if I didn't say them, all these guys.
Well, congrats on the win and a solid night.
Thank you.
That's William Aldred picking up the win in the Heritage Finance Limited Late Models. And with that, we go to Wyatt Miller, driver of the 73, in his first ever race in a limited late model, in his first race at Hickory Motor Speedway. And Wyatt, these fans were going crazy there when you were using the bumper a little bit there towards the end. Just walk us through the race.
Yeah, there at the end, I just tried to move him out of the way a little bit, but it didn't work. Hats off to him. I want to thank JRM, all the guys that worked on this thing, Bass Pro Shops, Tough Co Flooring, and everyone that helps me.
All right, man. Congratulations to you on a solid night and your first race on pavement.
Thank you.
All right, that's Wyatt Miller for Junior Motorsports in the number 73, and we go to Zach Bruinger, who sat on the pole today. Zach, you led a lot of laps there in that race. Walk us through the back half of that one.
Caution comes out, and car just was getting a little too tight, kept getting tighter, but congratulations to Will. We talked last week, and he said, I'm going to get up there and race. We got up here, and he won, so congratulations to him.
All right, thanks, Zach.
I got to thank Leapfrog and all the guys that helped me here, so appreciate it.
All right, that is going to do it for the limited late models. We'll take a break. Coming back with the Renegades, you're watching the NASCAR Advance Auto Parts Weekly Series from Hickory Motor Speedway.